What's going on, guys? Bob Roche from RocheTechnology.com here with my full review for you of the ExeCase for iPad and iPad 2. This was sponsored by KonnetOnline.com, so go be sure to check them out. They have tons of other cases and accessories and stuff for mobile devices. So this is a case that obviously resembles Apple's Smart Case and their newly announced Smart Cover. So I'm going to give you guys my full review for this, and to do that, I did my typical pros and cons list. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. The first pro here is that it offers some pretty decent protection. As you can see, and as you saw in my unboxing video, if you saw that, it not only covers the front, but it also covers the back. And before the Apple Smart Case came out, this is something that the Smart Cover just simply did not do. And this is frankly something that I was always sort of afraid of when I had my Smart Cover on. So having this case actually cover the back of the device was very relieving. I just feel much more protected in a case like this that covers the full device rather than just the front. But besides just covering the back, this case does offer, the smart features, the unlock features, and, like the typical sort of rolling and then propping up. It offers the same functionality that Apple's Smart Case / Cover does. So that's a big deal for me, that you get that same sort of feature set, but you also get that back protection. And it's also worth noting that the inside material feels very similar to that of the Smart Cover. It feels very nice, it's protective, it's soft. But Steve Jobs said that the top part here would actually kind of clean the screen a little bit. Like as you use it, you fold it and unfold it and stuff. I really just don't see that even with the Smart Cover, and this one is really no exception. I don't really see it cleaning the screen. I will often see sometimes those nice lines down the screen, and it's not a big deal. You sort of take your hand and wipe them, but it's really no big deal. And as we move around the case, I'll show you guys, all the I/O is very easily accessible. So you see you have your headphone jack there, got your microphone, got your camera, your unlock button, your silent switch, your power, your speaker cutout, all the usual stuff. It's all here. If you had the 3G version, I believe the SIM tray is on this side. I'm really not sure. This is the Wi-Fi only version, but I think it's over here. It could be over here. I forget. I know the iPhone's over here, but oh well. Either way, you really don't need the SIM tray very much, and if you do, you can simply just sort of unfold it here. So overall for the pros, it has a very nice feel to it, very nice material inside, a pretty good build quality. It protects the back. All the I/O is very easily accessible. The camera doesn't get like a circle effect when you take pictures or anything like that. So overall, the build quality and the feel to it is actually pretty darn good. So with that said, I do have a few cons here. The first one is that these magnets can sort of be interfering. So I'll go ahead and turn my volume on, and you can actually hear it if I slide the case back. You can probably hear that lock and unlock and lock and unlock. And I only point that out because if you're carrying it in your hand, this actually happens fairly easily. So if your noise is on, you'll hear these weird clicks. So whenever I carry this thing, I always turn my noise off. Or I try to carry it by this end. But that is just an annoyance that I'm sure pretty much every iPad case suffers. Unless this magnet here is really strong or something, this probably will slide around and cause some weird unlocking noises. Another little problem I have with these magnets is that sometimes when this case is open and you fold it back, the case can actually turn the device off. So I'll go see if I can duplicate this. As you can see right there, see the screen sort of blinked for a second right there. So if you have the Smart Cover just right with those magnets, it will shut the screen off even from the back. And this is something that I thought Apple fixed with changing the polarity of the magnets, but apparently this case still does it. So it's not every time. You sort of have to fandangle your way to do it, but sometimes if you're showing something to somebody and you fold it up like this and all of a sudden your screen just kind of goes black, it's sort of WTF, dude. The second one is that this spine here sort of feels like a case of weak sauce. So I'll go ahead and I'll open this up here. And you can see right there, it's very thin, like this area right here. And it's very easy to sort of bend it. And so this is, I think, thinner than the rest of the case, if not by much, by just a little bit. But there's just really no reinforcement there. And I'll go ahead and try to focus a little bit more on this for you guys. So it's kind of hard to see, but there is sort of a little wrinkle starting to form here. So that's just from everyday usage, nothing too fancy. So that's something to keep in mind, that this spine here is really not the strongest one I've ever seen. So you'll definitely want to be sort of careful with it, as it is a little bit flimsy. And moving on to the last con of this product, this is $50, which before the Smart Cover was okay. I mean, it does pretty much what the Smart Cover does for almost the same price, and it covers the back too. So at that rate, it's a bargain. But since the Smart Cover came out, or the Smart Case came out, and I believe it's $50 also, I believe they should drop $10 to $15 just to sort of undermine that, and that it's not official Apple. People aren't going to want to pay $50 for this anymore if they can get the real thing for $50. So other than those few cons, like, like the magnets, the spine, and the price, I definitely believe this is a solid case. If they drop it $10 or so, I think it would sell like hotcakes. Like David DeFranco said, I don't know where that saying came from, and I don't really like pancakes as much as I like waffles or like French toast or anything. But anywho, thank you guys very much for watching this review. Once again, thank you to KonnetOnline.com for sponsoring this. And sorry for my current voice. I think I have like some allergies or something. My nose has been sort of weird the past couple days. So that also sort of explains my lack of videos this week. Been trying to get better, but you know how it is. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'm at CPUKid on Twitter. Also be sure to check out RocheTechnology.com and at RocheTechnology on Twitter. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.